everybody, and welcome to another Smoke Mirrors. This episode is brought to you by Irritable Bowel Syndrome. And now, here's a song. My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR. My baloney has a second name. It's M. I don't know what. Don't do that. Okay, let's do. Hold on. Stop. One more time. Take that back. We're gonna. Okay. And now here's a song. Hi ho, hi ho. It's off to work we go. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho, hi. You know, we really don't use that kind of language anymore. All right. Now, whatever. Here they are, your venerable host, Carlos Harim Wyndham. Things and stuff and things and stuff. Where's the glockenspiel? What's going on? Oh, come on. No. Mm-mm. 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 Go ahead. Watch. Okay, watch. Okay. I want to do this. It's the glockenspiel, so you know it's real. There it is. Hi. Welcome to Thursday. Your Thor's Day. I hope yours is going well for mine's and yours day. It was pointed out to me yesterday that I had said that clever little rhyme about the glockenspiel. And welcome to the very last day, and I would even say retirement party. Before we get into that, do you have a warm bevy? Get comfy. Get comfy. If you're new, if you were here with us just for the first time last time, you may not know. This is Thursday. This is when we do a little bit more of a produce day. We take a little bit more time. There's some segments. We're going to talk about some things. There are going to be some pictures right there in the box. And I'd like you to have a warm bevy with you for what is also very special, because today is the day that I am retiring this t-shirt. I hate it. I hate it. I have hated it since I owned it. I don't like the color. I don't like the stars. And I am in that liminal summer space where I'm allowed to wear this very thin t-shirt without it, somehow suggesting that I am a patriot to this country. I'm not going for the whole Black Captain America look. And now that Sam Wilson is in the position and that I have glasses, which, excuse me, might as well be on a cartoon owl, the last thing I need to add to that look is this. So it came to me in one of those fashion clothing subscription boxes, and one where if you send back one item, then everything else is more expensive. You get a discount if you keep it all. And so I did. And it's been with me for 3 years and worn, I think this will make number four times. It's terrible. And I'm going to make it go away. But not right now. Right now, what I want to let you know is what you are doing is looking at Smoke and Mirrors. And if you're doing this on purpose and you want to support it, there are so many ways you can do it. One is simply keep your eyes fixed right here. Please subscribe. Please like. Please leave a comment. Please share. Those are the things that you do on the social sites upon which this could be seen right now. If you really, really, really like it and you want to support it extra much, what you could do is to leave a Fitsky if you will, 5 on it. At Venmo at Carlos-Wyndham, Cash App at $CK Wyndham, PayPal /me.CK Wyndham. And if you absolutely love it, you can become a patron at the Patreon at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. That's for comedy. As for culture, that's for blackness. Those are some of the things upon which we speak here. Hi, I'll go ahead and just take my foot right out of my mouth. What I meant to say is I love this shirt. This is my jam. This is my jam. It's just I love it for someone else. I love it. I love it. I love it not for me. Not everything is for everybody. Double fisting a little bit today because I have had quite a lot of coffee. Big full day yesterday. Had a challenging time with my first day engagement. Then I had a very quick transition to get over to host. Oh! See, that was the thing I was. Well, I'll tell you. And I'm not. Well, maybe we can. Is there? I don't have any pictures or links. But I'll tell you this, and you can link it on your own, and maybe producer Tracy is swift enough to help you out with it in the chats. I don't know. But last night I had the opportunity to host for the formerly named MRG Foundation, their 45th annual gala. And they are now going to be known as Seeding Justice, and the philanthropy group that it is makes so much more sense. Still helmed, as ever has been, by women of color, and still rooted very much in the traditions of the Native American communities right here where we live in the Pacific Northwest. So if you want to participate in some of the goodness and you have some extra change and you want to help this philanthropy group continue to do what it does, look at producer Tracy in the chats. Come on, producer Tracy, let's give it up for producer Tracy. Joshua, give it to me. Right. You can go to www.mrgfund. Nope, that's not right. Those aren't the words that are on the screen. I'm going to read what's actually here because that would actually get you there more effectively. www.mrgfoundation.org /JWR21. There are so many dope prizes and gifts. It's not just t-shirts, which are great, but there's a lot of them too. You can get a tote. And you can get a planter, a freshly kilned, one-of-a-kind planter, because Seeding Justice. See what they did there? And that's for a big-time donation. I want to say this. That's for a big-time donation. So that's like a $500 donation. They'll work it out with you. We can, it's like I get $25 a month. And so many good things come out of there. If this is a thing that you like, you might like what they do too. And I will say to you what I said to the folks last night. And if folks, either viewers here or the folks who saw and were with us at the gala last night, donate to the tune of $500, and you can donate at any level. Let me be clear. You know how this works. There's a tote, and then there's a planter, and then there's a whole opportunity to go on a hike and see some stuff that you can only see if you don't want to go with the state park ranger with Siadam's dad on the tour. That is part of a gift basket about which you could be in. You could get in the auction. Anyway, listen. If you right now, or between now and Monday, I'm going to say this, between now and Monday, give to this wonderful group who does philanthropy for artists, workers, and the groups who need philanthropy. You know who it is. Primarily of color in the Pacific Northwest. Then please consider giving to the MRG Foundation, www.mrgfoundation.org/JWR21. And there, if you donate $500, I will go ahead and say thank you to you, your name, directly and specifically. And I will do that on Instagram Live, on Smoke and Mirrors Instagram. And I will mispronounce your name. And it could sound like what I'm doing is jacking Judge John Hodgman's bit that he does for the fundraiser for Maximum Fund Drive. A little bit, but also too, this happened because I mispronounced some names last night, and so in effort to make it less embarrassing for myself and to call myself to the carpet for doing so, will mispronounce your name wildly. If you are able to donate at the $500 level, I am now going to stop pitching for them. Now, okay, so much different stuff to get into today because news keeps happening. And every time I think to myself, oh, I'm going to do a segment on something fun again. Like, do you remember I don't know if you remember, we started doing segments by talking about Learning Endeavor, about who the actor is who portrayed the man in the 7-Up commercials. And it turns out he is a dancer who was one of the founding dancers with Alvin Ailey, and is a painter who is featured in the Met. Who Jeffrey, please help me out, producer Tracy. I forgot Jeffrey's last name. It was a long time ago. It was over a year ago. That's how we started doing little segments. I keep thinking I'm going to do a cool little segment again of something in segments of stuff, but that news happens, and so sometimes other things are on my mind. And here's what some of them were, and maybe they were on your mind too, and I don't know. Jeffrey Holder? No. That was the former Attorney General. He was not a dancer. Jeffrey Toobin? Jeffrey the Giraffe. Anyway, hey, there is Texas Governor Greg Abbott showing. His name is Jeffrey Holder. Wait, hold on. Going back. Jeffrey Holder as well. There's more than one. Jeffrey Holder. Jeffrey Holder with a G is the dancer. Okay, who played the 7-Up man, who I referred to as the 7-Up guy, because as a child, did not understand that his doing those 7-Up commercials was his retirement plan. He was in James Bond. Shut up. Texas Governor Greg Abbott, seen here, showing you the approximate length of his Trojan horse, has done something recently for Texas, for the great state. Nope. It wasn't that. It wasn't that the infrastructure bill was forwarded and signed and it was taken care of so that the next time there's a deep freeze, I don't know, this winter, that we won't be in a circumstance where hundreds of citizens are stranded, our elderly are dying in elderly homes, the hospitalized are unable to get care because everything is frozen, ventilators are frozen closed, and of course, the imprisoned and jailed are what is the official word? What is it? Say one more time, Joshua. Fucked off. Fucked off. So it wasn't to stop any of that. Nope. It was actually to pass new concealed carry legislation in Texas, which is so perfect and I'm sure is going to work out for all. You know, he could have signed something that was legislation about like concealing books, and I think they tried to pass that legislation as well. But when it was brought to the floor, the problem was that nobody in Texas could prove that they were books. Ah, what a bummer! What a bummer! Hey, oh no, no, no! Stop! Stop! Look out! Stop! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Marjorie, you know what? No, no, no. I'm not. Stop it, Josh. Take her off. Get her off of it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Whatever. Whatever. You know what she did. You know, she did the same thing she always did. I don't know. She was hunting down black and Puerto Riqueño, all the Boricuen representation from New York. I don't know what the fuck she was doing. I don't care what she was doing. Who gives a fuck? Fuck her. I will say this though, around something. Oh, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I was just talking about how between these glasses and the way that I hold my shoulders, I'm turning into Black Larry King. Um, I'm between these glasses and the way I hold my shoulders, I am turning into the owl from Winnie the Pooh. between between these glasses and the way I hold my shoulders, I am planning on starting a new career, standing in a forest on a branch and asking folks how many licks it takes to get to the center. She makes interesting fashion choices. I will say that about Margaret Green Taylor. The Green Taylor, the Margaret, has seems to have a plethora, several stylishly hateful messages strewn across her face mask that she claims does not work, and yet seems to have several custom made ones. So, I don't know. Somebody's lying. Also, if you're censored, then I'm not always hearing your mouth just talking, right? That's not what censored means. Censured doesn't even mean that. That's what happened to the other one, Liz Cheney, the horrible one that the libs are all clamoring for now. Fuck the libs. Anyway, hey, also in Q-Publican news, hey, Q-Publicans, you did it to yourselves, stupids. Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, My Pilly, he made news because he said, I wasn't allowed to go inside the Republican governor's convention. I had an official invitation, but they wouldn't let me in. It seems that he strangely, and the only reason I would even think to bring this up, because again, We know that Mike Lindell is a liar. We know for two reasons: because he keeps trying to sell the big lie, and because he keeps trying to sell a bag of rocks for you to sleep on and calling it a pillow. One of the things that was interesting is that it turns out he was telling the truth, the true words from his mouth hole. And in telling those true words, he may have brought to that party, what are those called? Oh, receipts. Receipts. He brought receipts to the party. And amongst those receipts were his official invitation. He also had the itinerary for the entire weekend. And he also had his invitation in the seating plan for the governor's din-din. And at the bottom of it, it said that it was confidential, and so of course he shared it with all of us. He shared it with all of us. He does. He sucks so deeply, so much, so much. I went through this transition where I was trying to figure out how to use the idea that someone sucks without it being a weird homophobic slur, right? And because that, of course, being the origin, the idea of sucks genitalia, shall we say, for the families who might be watching together for whatever reasons, that it was about slap and tickle with friends. And then I remember in the 80s and in the 70s, we started changing it to being about, well, you suck poop, right? You suck shit, which, okay, all right, you suck shit, great, okay. But then that means, but like that also is then weirdly homophobic because everything in the language is. Not to say that he does not, because he does suck too. He does suck too. He does suck too. Lots. Sucks it all. And it's just language. It's just language. Just as I was saying it, it occurred to me. That's not a shaming or a calling in or calling out. Do with that information what you want. I just like etymology and word Tetris. You suck. Anyway, some other people thought that maybe he sucks and didn't want him at the party. And that includes Governor Ducey of Arizona and Governor Kemp of Georgia. Governor Kemp is the one seen here looking as though he is taking a Ducey. That's how you tell them apart. Evidently, the spawn of Satan suggested that I like this. He and his beer-stained, constipated sperm. Ooh, oh no, I know who you're talking about. He's taking the Ducey, cause he's taking the Ducey. I thought we were workshopping. Sucks to be you. That okay? It sucks. It sucks to be you. That in and of itself, that doesn't seem to come from the same place. I don't understand that. Also, it's a strange etymology, because why would it be an insult to perform or receive fellatio from anyone at any time for any reason? I don't see what the problem is. Through history, I've just thought so many times that it would behoove so many of the homophobes who have introduced so much of this into our language that if instead of spending their time trying to figure out how to introduce these things into our language, that they would spend it with, I don't know, same-sex genitals in their mouth, that they might be happier. Wow. Anyway, they didn't want him at the party. They didn't want Mr. Lindell at the party because evidently Mike Lindell had been publicly threatening both of them, and threatening that he was going to disturb them at the dinner and get in their behinds for not going hard enough about The recall. So the governors who are actually trying to figure out ways to swindle the election and know that they can't do that if there's some idiot running around screaming about why they need to do it harder, that you're blowing the dog whistle, my friend. You are fucking it up. Fucking it up. Indeed. I don't know why they won't let me into that little party. I only threatened them. I want to go in. They're censoring me. I get it. I totally get it. That dumb visual joke took way too much effort. Speaking of white women who suck, Nancy Pelosi introduced with the family of George Floyd, once again, the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. And in doing so, and in saying again to Mr. Floyd's daughter that your father, your daddy, is going to change the world, which, again, weird flex. Fuck you. Our lives should be valuable enough for you to change the world for without our having to die. Without us, you wouldn't have anything as fabulous as this shirt with stars all over it, for instance, being worn as a fashion statement. Black, 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 black. What we did get though from as a gift in the black world and in Black America in particular, what you're seeing here is the look of a little girl who has just had their hair touched by a white lady and is saying, that white lady just touched my hair. This is my favorite moment in Blackness this week. And you know what? I take back what I said before. We're changing the world. Little girl, your daddy's changing the world. More of that, please. Nobody, white ladies, don't touch our hair. We're not your pets. You do that to somebody's dog, and only after you've asked permission. You do that to somebody's child, never. Unless you happen to be 500 years old and still think that a little black girl sitting in front of you is your niglet to pet. Oh, speaking of black girls who are not to be touched and black women who are not to be touched at all. You can't touch her. You can't touch her. Simone Biles, who here is seen. Look at, first of all, the musculature. The musculature. Are you fucking with me? Oh, yeah. Hi, I missed you too. So good to see you. The Rock is wishing that he had musculature this natural. Do you hear me, girl? This is from working out and actually doing the thing. What she did, and I am looking at my notes because I'm going to say it right, is a Yukachenko double pike. She did a Yukachenko double pike. That was some insane shit. It made all of my sphincter tightened up on me watching it. Like I was looking at Cirque du Soleil. I was sure that I was about to see just a dead black person, and it was just fabulous. By the way, black woman, this is a 30-odd-year-old, 34, 32-year-old person, and has there's nothing that suggests that they're going to be stopping in the sport anytime soon. Oh, also, she told Nike to go fuck themselves and their stupid sponsorship, and she's on her own now, which is why you get to see her in all those commercials for everything else. She asked for Nike to do an investment in women athletes. They didn't want to do it, so she said "Mer, mer, 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 mer," and went on to do her own shit. Love it. You can't touch her. Can't touch her. You can't touch her. Black excellence and a half. And I also want to put out a pitch for us to be worth life and worth supporting, even when we are not excellent. We fuck up and we come in stripes of normal too. Not me, but there's normal black people. I mean, not Simone Biles, but oh, also black women to not be fucked with. Liz Cambridge, here, seen here twice. One, in street clothes, just looking fly and serving absolute thirst trap looks, and two, dressed up for Instagram. See what I did there? It was a switcheroo. It was a comic switcheroo at the last minute. Just occurred to me to do it. Anyway, so what happened is that on the basketball court, coach from an opposing team, she plays for the, I want to get this right too, Vegas Aces, and plays for the Vegas Aces, is an all-star player, multiple time all-star, like I am a multiple time all-star talker. Multiple time all-star player, was playing against the Suns, Connecticut Suns. My handwriting, I thought I wrote Com Suns, which made me think, I was like, what is that? The Community Suns? That doesn't make any sense. The Connecticut Suns is who she was playing against, when the coach, his jackass name is Kurt Miller, an assistant coach, had been trying to get a call for his player, and he wasn't getting it. And she is a formidable player because she happens to be 6'8", 235 pounds. Now, I know this for one reason only. She weighed herself, and she went on Instagram. And she put this coach on abso-fucking-lute blast for body shaming her when he said, "Oh, come on, what about my player? What about my player? She's so big. She weighed like 300 pounds. Well, she said to this man, who she kept referring to as little man, little man, that she was never going to let any man disrespect her like that, and that he was very lucky that she happened to be at work, or he might have gotten curb stomped by somebody who is 6'8", 235 pounds of athlete. Kurt Miller is currently suspended. Can't touch her. Don't touch black women. Stop it. Can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. You can't do it. Oh, boy. Hey, speaking of disgusting things that are happening in sports, the NBA, Russell Westbrook hurt his ankle in a basketball game last night and was going to the locker room, as you do when you have a hurt appendage, because you are, again, at work at your job. And a fan of the team that was not his own, whilst he was going into the chute, decided to stand over it and pour over Michael's head an entire bucket of popcorn. This one day, after he had asked call for restraint. Oh, no, he did not either. I'm sorry. What? Okay. All right. After there had been a call for restraint uh, from racism from fans, now that they're coming back into the stands, now that 50% of the population is vaccinated, because I'm sure that all of the white Republican fans who can afford tickets to the NBA are, in fact, vaccinated. That they're bringing their bodies and their action, their whiteness back. So back to normal. Yay. Oh yeah. Also in the NBA, speaking of white people spreading their diseases, at a basketball game recently, wherein the New York Knicks were winning their basketball game, Trae Young was taking the basketball out of bounds, and one of the New York Knicks fans decided to reward him and celebrate this fact of proximity in the NBA, where you get to be right up next to the players, so close where you can smell them and you can hear them talking to each other, and the play is called, and you can talk to them and they can talk to you, and you can see Spike Lee and you can see Jack Nicholson. This Whitman, this Whiteman, decided to take this opportunity to exchange long strands of DNA and spit on the back of the head of Trae Young. Yay! WNBA. It's fantastic. I don't know. I don't know. It almost just seems like, it almost seems like all of that good effort that went into all of these professional athletes going into the bubble last year, responding to Kelly Loeffler, to George Floyd, to the fact that they were in the bubble, by being consummate professionals and bringing everything to the floor. Once white people were able to get back into an NBA arena and have proximity to these players, that the social positions and actions taken by this primarily black league were not thought of very highly. It's almost like the way that it said Black Lives Matter all over the court, and the names of so many black people who had been killed by the police on their jerseys didn't make a damn bit of difference. And almost like the only way that we're ever going to see any difference in the United States is through policies and procedures and enforcement of said policies that lead to the normalization of the idea that it's not that okay or that cool to be a Nazi with a courtside seat to a basketball game. Or or not, or not that, or not that too. We could don't do that. He's so young. He's like 5'11". He was 30 pounds more than me. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm going to do that to one of these people in the street. I promise you that. Promise you that. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen that way. Anyway. treat treat your black entertainers kindly. And short of that, as we are returning and excavating our ways from the quarantines and isolations under which we've been for this past year. And I beg this, both as an MC who may spit a provocative bar or two here and there, and as a comic who will certainly spit a provocative bar here and there, as well as an engagement facilitator who will, I've been told, spit a provocative bar or two here and there. I am fully expecting at this point that if you don't get your cousins and uncles under control, that I am at some point this year going to get full on punched in my mouth at a show. So at least I used to hope that, but Steve Ducey. Steve Ducey? Is that the one? Which one was it? Yippity tie motherfucker. Jesus. Hey, happy Thursday. I'll be back here on Tuesday with another conversation. Another conversation! Huh? That means that we're going to hear some things that aren't just going to be me thinking about the intersection of race, class, and gender, and how the patriarchy and in particular white supremacist capitalism are just absolute trash. They won't be that. I will be here with Bad Dominicana from Twitter. So we'll probably be talking about anti-blackness in the Latinx community and misogynoir and the right for people to maintain the absolute authority over their own bodies, and in particular black women. So kind of just like what we did today. Hey, speaking of some stuff that is involves many black women, would you please, if you are able and you are in the Portland area, and you want to, only if you want to, and you're not going to punch me in my mouth, join me this Friday, May 29th at Kelly's Olympian at 7 o'clock. It is a $5 cover. Why would you join me there? Well, because I'm going to be there with the Dirty Angel All-Stars. What? Yup. That's going to happen. That's going to happen. Oh, it's going to be, look at all those names. Huh? Imani. What? Jennifer Cleveland. Come on now. Brian Bixby. Get on down. Dahlia DeLubel. You know who that is. Julia Corral. You know where she live. You better not know where she live. If you do know where she live, keep that to yourself. That's your own business. And don't be a stalker. Scott the Second. Doing big things. What's my name? Oh, Carlos Karim Wyndham. There it is, right there. There it is. It's even on a star. This is going to be hosted by Hijinks. The music is going to be provided by DJ Wildchild. If you have not been to a Dirty Angel event, this is your opportunity. Please, please, please join us. Hearing real live laughter right back in our faces is so delicious, and it is what keeps comedians from shriveling up and turning into white people. This has been another Smoke and Mirrors. If you like what we do here, well, shame on you. And if you want some more of it, I'll give it to you. You can come on over to the IG. That is IG at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. CCB is comedy. That is culture. That is blackness. IG at Smoke and Mirrors CCB. You can see all sorts of stuff there, including some snippets from the conversation just held with Sonia Renee Taylor. It was goody good. And if you want to hear some of the words, at least in your own head, but not from my mouth hole, you could read them on Twitter. And then they'll just sink in there, and they'll be either in your voice or in your brain's best replica of my voice. So either way, it's going to be great. Twitter at Caballo Negrito. Caballo Negrito, for the monolingual amongst you, means careful with your tum-tum, or you'll get the diarrheas. Twitter at Caballo Negrito, careful with your tum-tum, or you'll get the diarrheas. I had food poisoning last night, y'all. It was terrible. Hey, do you have a thought? Do you have a question? Do you have a query? Smoke and Mirrors CCB at gmail.com. Also, if you have a guest that you think should be on this show, please let us know. That's the place to do it. Where's the place to do it? Oh, Smoke and Mirrors CCB at gmail.com. Do you want to advertise here? Huh? You could do that. We could arrange a thing where we shout out your thing, and there's a little placard that says the thing that you want to talk about. If you're not a Nazi or a fascist or a misogynist or something like that, holler at us. Where? Oh, Smoke and Mirrors CCB. And if you do that, you will hear back from myself, or you will hear back from producer Tracy, who produces this here event. This is also produced and hosted by myself, Carlos Kareem Wyndham. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending a little bit of time. We will be back here on Tuesday. Hey, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. And get vaxxed. Wash your hands. Brush your teeth. And if you haven't changed your toothbrush this entire pandemic, please consider doing it. Okay. Bye-bye. We love you. Okay, bye. Bye. Bye.